Hey everybody, this is Tim and I'm back with another Transformers video review. And this time I have Transformers Combiner Wars Bombshell. It's actually the first time that I've ever done a review of a Legend scale figure, so kind of excited about that. And the main reason that I'm doing it is because some of the Legends actually do combine to form pieces of the different combiners, so you kind of have to also get these. And this one, Bombshell, he actually has kind of a secondary unofficial transformation that may turn him into a weapon. So as you can see here, you have the figure right here. It includes a card, very nice artwork on the front right here. Then you come to the back and you can see his two different modes. He does take 8 steps to transform, and there's no bio on them, but each of the carded figures come with their basically what they are, or their job. And Bombshell, it says that he's actually a master of mind control. So instead of just showing that, I'll just go ahead and read it off instead of moving the camera all around. So, well, let's go ahead and get him out of the package and check him out. Alright, so I'm back and I have Bombshell out of his packaging and in his alt mode. So along with him inside the packaging, he comes with his instructions. The instructions are right here. And basically they just show how to transform him back and forth from his alt to his robot form. So, nothing really special there. And he does come with his little art card. And the first thing that you'll probably notice is that his paint job is kind of a metallic type paint job. It's really shiny. It's fairly nice bug mode. His limbs, these actual back two limbs are independent of each other, so you can actually move this one or move this one without moving either one of these. And then this limb is connected into his arm right here, as you can see. Alright, and there's not really much to him in this mode right here. Let's go ahead and transform him into his robot form. So first thing is we're going to take and rotate these legs around, and you'll see that these little things pop out of his knees. You want to angle this camera up just a little bit. You want to take and untab these arms, and you see there's a tab right here and a hole right here and a tab right here and a hole under here. And that's how you kind of put them together. And just rotate out the arms, and then you can rotate around the body. Kind of like that. And then you can see the hands right here. And then for the head, you want to flip the cover down and then flip this piece up. And split apart the legs. So that's him in his robot form. And you can also take the legs, if you don't want them sticking out like that, you can kind of fold them back behind him. And those will kind of hide the legs a little bit. You can also take and rotate around these legs if you want them kind of in the back like that and hidden maybe. Or if you want them out to the side like that, you can do that. So for articulation for Bombshell, it's fairly simple, just a few ball joints and such. You come to the head and there's nothing really here at the head. I don't think. I haven't really tested it, but it looks like there's nothing here. Yeah, it looks like there could be something, but it doesn't move, so I'll say no. And then you come here to the shoulder, and it's a ball joint, so you can go all the way around whichever direction. And there's a cut so that you can force it out like that. And then for his elbow, he has a ball joint, so you can bend the elbow and then you can twist it. There's nothing at the wrist or anything like that. You can come here to the waist and you can twist it. Then right here at the hip, you have a ball joint, so back, forward, and out. And then he does have an actual cut right here and a pin joint so that you can bend his knee. So, and kind of as you can probably have already seen, his knees have something sticking out of them, and that's because he kind of has an unofficial third mode, which is a gun mode. And if you look at his hands, you can kind of see that right there. So there's no official instructions on how to do this. It's just a bunch of people speculating. But let me show you how to get them into a mode that I think may be the gun mode. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people have kind of speculated on what it could be or the proper transformation. I generally fold under the bug legs just to kind of get them out of the way, and then I'll take and fold up this like this, and then normally what I'll do is I'll try and then pin these arms together kind of like so. They're kind of hard to pin together right here. Okay, like that. Then you can flip these up right here to have them kind of out of the way. The only issue that I really have is that when you pin them together, they want to point down. Try this again. Okay, there we go. And see, they kind of bend down a little bit. If you want to, you can kind of leave them like that, and then you're going to want to use one of these as the handle. So you can flip one of them down or both of them down, and then whoever you're using him as the gun with then can hang on to this, and this becomes one of his handles. I've seen some other people just kind of pull it out like this and do that. You can do that also. I don't know. Like I said, there's no real official transformation on how to turn him into a gun mode, so it's mainly a lot of speculation. I think it is nice that the paint job is done in kind of a metallic paint. The only problem is that one of the other Insecticons was released, I think last year, as a legend size. He doesn't really fit in color wise with his other counterpart. So it kind of they kind of look a little, they kind of, as a standalone figure, I think he looks nice. I would have liked to have seen him maybe put in some official instructions on how to get him into his gun mode. And then something else that I would have liked them to do is maybe something with the head and with the way that this panel flips up. I kind of, there's a lot of kind of gappage in there right there. But overall, he's not too hard. He's not too simplistic. He has nice articulation for the size. Like the undercoat or the undercolor of the original plastic showing through, which you get sometimes with some red, sometimes like in the corners. You'll get where it'll be a little light, and you don't get a lot of that in this figure. His Decepticon symbol is really nice. He has, as you can see, if you look at his face, you can see he has nice bright red eyes. So his head sculpt looks really nice. It's spot on. So really, if you wanted a something to kind of offset your Insecticons for your Classics line, they're not to scale with the Classics line, but Insecticons, just because those are really hard to find now, and you're gonna spend a lot of money to get all three of those guys. So they still haven't done Kickback yet, but hopefully soon in the future they'll have him out, so you'll be able to have all three of these guys. That's pretty much just going to conclude my review of Bombshell. Don't forget to check out my other reviews, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This has been Tambiota, and I'll see you next time.